LeBron James partied even harder than Jay-Z at Diddy's parties. I'm about to make a documentary about him. He once said no party compares to Diddy's. Diddy's parties aren't made for regular people. No phones, no cameras, just NDAs and a room full of bodies. If you've ever been to that house on Star Island in Miami, you'd understand. Now picture LeBron walking in over 6'8", the brightest presence in the room. Before midnight, LeBron had already taken off his shirt and was pouring tequila into people's mouths on the dance floor. And I'm not talking about Savannah. He was surrounded by models from Paris, dancers from Atlanta, and one R&B singer I can't name because she's married now. By 1 a.m., LeBron was standing on the table, and the whole crowd was going wild with him. Every woman at that party had their eyes on LeBron. He wasn't relying on money. It was all about presence. When it comes to letting loose, LeBron makes Jay look like a church volunteer. I will send every single one of these parasites to prison and clean this circle up a bit.
Hey, everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
In a documentary, there's a couple things I'll share with you guys on what I took away from it. But Rob, maybe share the clip on how he got access to some of the footage of the documentary. Is this the one, Rob?
Yep.
Go for it.
How did you get that footage of Diddy?
I figured most journalists would not disclose their sources.
Does he know y'all have this in the doc?
I would doubt he knows.
So when this airs, that'll be the first time that his legal team, Diddy, that everybody knows that this footage is now seeing the light of day.
Perhaps.
Combs' team firing back in a statement to NBC News, saying the Netflix so-called documentary is a shameful hit piece and that they relied on stolen footage that was never authorized for release. His team sending a cease and desist.
This documentary begins not with an allegation, but with an unanswered question that has quietly followed power for years. It revisits familiar faces and moments not to accuse, but to ask how so much unfolded openly while so little was acknowledged by reframing memory as pattern rather than coincidence. It suggests that what stayed hidden was not evidence, but collective hesitation and normalized silence. If the past was always visible, why did recognition arrive only now?
Gang, what's up? Ain't no party like a Diddy party. Coming in. Shout out to the game, man. Appreciate everybody's flood the comments with ain't no party like a Diddy party. That's a statement that LeBron James wish he would have never made. Because now that statement is coming to bite LeBron James in the ass. All right, let's get to this headlines real quick, gang. I'm finna show y'all.
Diddy. Investigators reached out to him and they want a statement from him. Federal investigators want a statement from him. What do you mean ain't no party like a Diddy party?
No Diddy. It's going down. Watch this game. Let's do some headlines. Look. Let me let y'all see this real quick. It's right in your face. All you got to do is look at the forest and stop looking at the trees. All right, LeBron James, Lakers is becoming clearer and leaves more questions than answered. LeBron James, he left the NBA suddenly with no answers. All right, so it's headline news. What's really going on? All right, LeBron James is leaving the Los Angeles Lakers.
Diddy's rise extended beyond music or executive success into social architecture itself. He functioned as a distributor of opportunity where access flowed through proximity, not procedure. Influence moved through private rooms, partnerships, and unspoken understandings. When access becomes currency, who determines its moral cost?
This is all in 2024, gang. Look at the dates. You can go and verify this yourself. You can go to Google and Google these same titles. All I did was screenshot them for you all's pleasure. To the game, man. Let me see. Okay, so LeBron, because a lot of people say, is this clickbait? Is this clickbait? Whenever you come on the paper party, Gene, we got paperwork. We got receipts. You will never get clickbait on this channel. All right? Let's keep it moving, guys. All right, more headline news. LeBron James reveals why he stepped away from the Lakers. Whenever you step away from the Lakers, you are leaving the NBA. All right? That's in the title. He's leaving the NBA, so he's definitely stepping away from the Lakers. More headline news. LeBron James just left.
In ecosystems driven by access, association often outweighs formal accountability. Advancement favors those who remain agreeable, and proximity offers protection without documentation. The structure itself discourages disruption. Can a system built on silence ever correct its own excesses?
I'm with Puff, and he's in exotic bookstores, and he's doing shopping, right? He's shopping, getting his stuff and everything like that. So, you know, this is the first time I was ever in an exotic bookstore with Puff. So, you know, I'm giving him his space. He's taking things off the shelves and stuff like that because they gave him a brown paper bag. When they gave him a brown paper bag, he was just putting stuff in there. So I said, damn, you know, he got to go put it on the counter and, you know, show everybody what he's getting. So as he going, I'm just looking at the places where he picking stuff from. So there's one part he picked up some things from up here on my left side. And then he picked like quite a few of them down. I'm like, okay. He put them in the bag. So when I went by there and I looked up there and it said butt plugs. And I was like, hey, yo, I was messing with him. Because people don't understand, you know, we was like friends. He was a part of the same.
LeBron James represents more than athletic excellence. He occupies a space where sports, business, and moral leadership intersect. His public identity is defined by discipline, responsibility, and voice, giving his associations symbolic weight when figures of this magnitude share elite social orbits. Scrutiny follows regardless of intent. At what point does silence from a moral leader become part of the narrative? Interview 5 footage does not evolve, but interpretation does. Remarks once dismissed as humor or admiration resurface under changed cultural conditions. What once passed unnoticed now feels instructive rather than incidental. When context shifts without new facts, who bears responsibility for reevaluation?
Gang, so I'm still gonna tease him. I'm still gonna mess with him and everything like that. I could do that. It wasn't just no security thing. So I say, yo, what are you getting this for? And it said butt plugs, and he was like, yo, can I do my shopping by myself? I said, yeah, you could do it by yourself, brother. And he started walking and everything like that. When he got to, I just waited at the counter. So when he got to the counter, he didn't even have to show the guy nothing. He just gave the guy a wad of money. I mean, like he gave the guy a stack something like this. And Puff wasn't the dude that carried no 20s and no 50s and nothing like that. And I mean, like he just said, boom. And we walked out the store. So we had to leave Atlanta and go to North Carolina for a show. You understand? And it was him, this rapper, Sarah, and
the documentary does not argue that recorded words are proof, but that they reveal comfort. Language documents belonging long before it documents wrongdoing. When environments later come into question, familiarity becomes part of the historical record. Who decides when context transforms memory into meaning?
See, not only is he leaving, gang, LeBron sold his mansion for $39 million. All right? Now, he leaving social media. He leaving the NBA. Now, he just sold his 39. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something, too. A lot of people may not know this, but LeBron James bulldozed it in order to get another one. So he is getting another mansion, but he sold his mansion. Remember, I have a bachelor's degree in real estate. Right? Whenever you start settling out of real estate, whenever you start leaving your obligations like playing for the NBA, and whenever you leave social media, and I think I know why.
Party like a Diddy party, so
yeah, that's what's up. Yeah,
you know,
everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party.
Yo, how authentic was that thing on social media when they had LeBron in the maid outfit? How authentic was that? Did you see that?
As official explanations. Slow, unofficial narratives accelerate, silence creates space, and speculation fills it not out of malice but unresolved tension. The absence of clarity allows rumor to replace transparency when silence dominates discourse. Does speculation become a form of participation?
But I seen different pictures, bro. I done seen like 7 different pictures of him that's made suit. So that particular picture can't be Photoshopped if it's 7 different pictures of him in that particular made suit, unless all 7 of those pictures at different angles is Photoshop. So I don't think a lot of people say it is Photoshop. Shout out to Miss Cat Dog.
Just 50 Cent's name being attached to it again. These are two, as everyone knows, the 3 names in hip hop are Jay-Z, Diddy, 50 Cent when it comes to the status of where you could get as a business or a brand.
I guess so.
So for the top three individuals, for one to go at the other and release this doc, I don't know, what does that say to again, I keep asking about the hip hop state of things. What does that say to hip hop? Like,
Yeah, man. But you know, when guys come on here, man, and they want to come and try to ruin your show and say that shit to some is clickbait, the more and more we try to teach them, the dumber they make us look, bro.
But you know what? That make them look dumb because watch this. I got 3 college degrees, bro. You know what I'm talking about? I own a lot of look, bro. My thing is this, bro. I don't have to be doing this shit, just like you don't have to be. You see what I'm saying? But a lot of people depend on this information, and a lot of people love hearing what Paperwork Party and Gene got to say. So for the thousands of people that like hearing we got to say, that's cool. For the 20 people, they need to get the fuck up out of here because it ain't no clickbait over here.
Right? It's all good, man. You know what I'm saying? But let's just concentrate on the people who
are we our own downfall? I guess I don't know.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It all depends on what you consider hip hop. Like, I don't consider any of this debauchery, any of this animalistic crap. I don't consider any of this hip hop. I grew up in hip hop.
Entertainment power rarely remains confined to one industry. Music, sports, fashion, and media converge through overlapping influence networks. The documentary frames this not as conspiracy, but convergence, and elite insulated through mutual familiarity. When influence overlaps repeatedly, does accountability naturally dilute?
That he's been asked to come in, you know, and investigators reached out to him and they want a statement from him. Federal investigators want a statement from him. What do you mean ain't no party like a Diddy party?
And bro, I'll be sick too. If I'm at a Lakers game and it's feds all in the front row looking at you, to my we're gonna get a statement, nigga. I wouldn't go to the games either. I missed the games too, nigga. Hey, you talking about nigga? You think the feds ain't going to LeBron games and saying nigga ain't no party like a Diddy party? We know what's going on. Come on, bro.
And we don't even know who they said. And then there's certain women's out here that state, I don't know how authentic their statements are, but they're saying that there's tapes with them with A-list celebrities having sex with.
Yes.
LeBron is an A-list celebrity, allegedly. But no. LeBron is an A-list celebrity.
Start off with Diddy basically recording him coming back to New York, recording himself, hiring a camera crew to technically turn himself in. 5 days before he turned in, he came back to New York, based on his lawyer's 6 days. Apologies. Based on his lawyer's recommendation, saying that, of course, he's cooperating. But for him to be recording this,
yeah, Mark Agnew Fafo, I'm calling him.
Yeah. Do you think his lawyers suggest? I mean, do you think that's just Diddy hubris, or like what was that as far as him just saying, "I'm going to record this whole process"? Of
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
You know who we should ask? We should ask Mr. Busby. Is LeBron James next on the list to be indicted? That's what we should do. We should call Mr. Huh?
You got Busby number?
Yeah, I got Busby's cell number right here. We should call Busby and be like, "Hey, is LeBron?" Matter of fact, let me put the question up. The question for the day, gang. Ain't nobody trying to be funny. Will LeBron James be indicted with Diddy? That's the question for the day. Diddy done already been indicted. LeBron James say it ain't no party like a Diddy party. Busby say it's a lot of people.
The suggestion that private environments may have been documented raises a deeper concern than spectacle. Control often lies not in exposure, but uncertainty. Even the belief that records exist can shape behavior and compliance. If power is reinforced by what might be revealed, is silence truly voluntary?
You got to realize he ran with that that Rat Pack, and I don't want to even say their names because they said I got their names wrong last time. What's his name? Kushner. What's the other guy? Leonardo, yeah, his name. Man, I don't keep up with these cats. But I heard that that's not only the tape that's being shot. There's some other tapes out there, other people too with him. And him doing some things with some other people. So it's quite a few tapes that might be out there, what they're hearing. And I don't want to see the tapes, but I want to know if they're really true. Because if they got some tapes out there and it's with some underage, whether it's celebrities or not, it's gonna be crazy, bro. It's gonna be real crazy. And they're gonna have to bring that to forefront because the prosecutor's gonna want those tapes. And they're gonna do whatever they have to do legally to get those tapes. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. So we just better hope for his sake, that's just a bunch of bull crap. But then there's lawyers out there saying, yeah, the tape does exist. Lawyers got on television to say the tapes exist. I don't really know or trust that because they was trying to say he had a tape with one of the bodyguards and this lady that came out. So
Public identities are sustained through consistency and strategic distance from controversy. When a central figure faces collapse, those connected must choose whether to speak, separate, or wait. Silence is often framed as restraint, yet it relinquishes narrative authorship when stories shift. Who controls the version that survives?
Cassie doing, that's his doing, and his learned behavior from the people that mentored him. You got to realize, man, he learned from Andre Harrell. He learned from Russell Simmons. He learned from Clyde Davis. You understand? When those people are telling you that they were heavy into the drugs, they was heavy into beating women and doing things at that age, at that crazy stage, that's going to make him think that he could get away with the same thing that they was getting away with back then. You understand? The things that he was saying, the touchy-feely between two men and all that stuff like that, man. All that, he learned that from them dudes. When I told y'all the story, when me and my man went up to Russell Simmons and he had a house and he had a man in bikini drawers in his bedroom, in his bed. You understand? Bruh, this is that he learned. I'm assuming he learned it from them. Let me put that. And I'm not going to say alleged because I saw that for my own self. My man was with me, Slick was with me, and we saw that for our own self. You understand what I'm saying? So these are behaviors and things that with drugs and all the stuff that's going on, pills, drinking, it can make this man into a monster, and that's what it did, bro. It made him into a monster, bro. I personally feel like he got a lot of the things that he did from his mentor, and then he probably did it to the 10th power. You understand? Russell Simmons admitted that he was a drug abuser. You understand? Russell Simmons admitted that he used to put his hands on women. So it's a learned behavior, bro. Some of that stuff may be in him through his childhood. Through his childhood, he may have some of that things in him, but a lot of things that he was doing was a learned behavior, bro. You just don't just turn in a matter of years the way he was doing people, man. You understand?
Absence itself becomes communicative. Missed appearances, delayed responses, and avoided commentary reshape public interpretation. What is not addressed grows louder over time. At what point does absence become implication?
That's why they took all the bottles. And 9 times out of 10, if I would give it a wild guess, it was, and like some of the people told me, it was probably that GHB.
What's that?
I think it's gamma hydrox. I don't. I looked it up, bro. Let me see. See if I can find it. I know this is just showing everything like that, but no. Let me. Yo, somebody tap dance or sing or do something. You know what I'm saying? While I'm doing this. Oh, here it go right here. It's gamma hydroxy butyric. What is it effect on the body? It's a euphoria, drowsiness, decreased anxiety, and memory impairment. It works on the nervous system and gives you this feeling of euphoria. So they take that and rubbed it on her, and you forget who you are, what you're doing. It can also give you memory loss, drowsiness, and that's under the DEA, the Drug Enforcement Administration.gov.
The documentary ultimately suggests that what stayed hidden was not a single act or individual, but a system sustained by comfort, access, and mutual discretion. Movement from rumor to record occurs not through revelation alone, but through persistence and cultural refusal to forget. If memory persists, can systems still rely on silence?
Suspicious about missing all these games, acting like he's sick, this and that, selling his
All right.
houses and shit.
But better yet, will LeBron James be added to the lawsuit, the civil lawsuit? Will it be added to the civil lawsuit? More so than being indicted.
Or the list, the witness list. Is they trying to get LeBron to testify against Diddy because of the it ain't no party like a Diddy party? He's been to all of them. You see what I'm saying? He may be a witness. Who knows? They may already flipped him. They may have already flipped. You want me to call Busby? Somebody said 1-800-Busby. That's not his cell number. Shout out to Donahue. His cell number not 1-800-Busby.
You know these thirsty people out there talking about yes.
Do it. Come on, 1-800-Busby. Somebody said prophet. Shout out to Mystery Singer. I like that. That's a real educated word. I like prophet. I don't know if he got a profit agreement. We ain't found no paperwork of him having a profit agreement, but keep that in mind, Mystery.
Yeah, the U.S. attorneys have to do that. Give him a profit agreement.
Yeah, keep that in mind because he damn sure selling property. I know he don't need no money. You only sell shit when you need money.
Mm-hmm.
He sold. Look, I didn't show you this one right here. He sold the one in Miami too for $18.5 million, bro. He done sold two cribs in 2 years. He sold the one in Miami for $18.5 million, and he sold the one in California for $39 million, bro. And he's sick. He's missing.
The tension remains unresolved by design. Accountability in elite circles rarely arrives cleanly or quickly when everyone knows something without naming it. Responsibility diffuses across silence. Who carries the burden of speaking first, and what is the cost of waiting?